Happy Sunday. Welcome back to Kevin Toll Reads, and I have my weekly wrap up for you. Let's talk about books I read this past week. It should be quick. I read one book last week. I read God, a biography by Jack Miles, my first nonfiction book for Nonfiction November. I started reading Stiff by Mary Roach. Read it on a little bit on my trip, and I got about 50 pages in, and I haven't really picked it back up because things have been crazy, and we'll get into that. I did read my 2 short stories, and I read a Conan, but in my short stories, I read Without Jonathan from the collection Twisted by Jeffrey Deaver. Really liked that. And I read The Lost Special, which was a Sherlock Holmes. It wasn't a Sherlock Holmes mystery. It was a Sir Arthur Conan Doyle mystery, and I read it and I enjoyed it. Both of those were on my Saturday shorts yesterday. And so I rated God, my first nonfiction book this month, 4.4. I gave Without Jonathan a 4.7, and I gave The Lost Special from Doyle a 3.9. So my average rating was a 4.3. I only read one book. I did also start book number 3 in the Travis Devine series. I'll put a picture up here. I have this in Audible, and so I was listening to it as well on my trip. I'm about 55-60% of the way through the book, so I have 2 books that I'm working on, and so we'll get into that when I talk about what I'm reading this week. So in terms of videos this past week, it was a real quagmire. I did my book review of God. I did a Conan short. I did a From the Shelves on Mike Rowe, that nonfiction book. I really enjoyed it. I did Let Me Know number 13 about overconsumption. And then I did a book haul, my last book haul for quite some time, as I talked about, having so many books and starting kind of my own personal challenge of my reading, what I have. So I did 6 videos last week, which seems to be about right for me. 6 or 7 videos, nothing, no more 2 videos a day stuff. So, and then Dustin Neely responded, after I did my let me know about Audible and being reading, and then Dustin did a response video, and then he felt bad, and then I did a let me know number 13 about overconsumption, because I did agree with Dustin. There is an overconsumption problem, and I stated that in my video. He did a response video last night, and I felt bad because he felt bad, but no hard feelings. I mean, we have opinions. We all want things to be a certain way, and it is what it is. And so, in terms of videos, and I'm not going to belabor this anymore, but I definitely am scaling back on the videos, scaling back on some of the craziness of reading so many books all at once and per month, and just enjoy reading again, and kind of going at my own pace. So I've lost subscribers, I've gained subscribers, I've lost more subscribers. It is what it is. I'm doing this as a hobby, and I personally need to take a step back and remember that it is a hobby. I have a pretty type A personality. I'm either all in or all out, and there's not any balance and middle ground for me of being, I struggle with that, and I recognize that, but at the same time, I want to continue to do this because I think it's fun, and I enjoy reading, and it's a fun hobby. So I have a lot of people to recognize, a lot of people. So I'm going to roll right through these. So I want to say thanks first and foremost to a lot of you, because I got a lot of positive feedback, a lot of well wishes, a lot of safe travels and good luck, and do what you is best, and it's understandable. And so I really appreciate all that feedback. I continue to get great feedback about books. I have, and I did make mention of this fact that I had like 40 some videos in my watch later. And so the last couple days I've been putting the reading aside and trying to catch up on some of your all's content. Now, with that being said, I'm just not going to be able to get to everyone's videos all the time. And so I'm going to continue to park them in my watch later playlist and continue to get to them when I can. But I did, as of last night, got through almost all of those. And then this morning there was new videos, and so I was parking more in my watch later. So I'm going to, continue to get through some of your videos and pay it forward. You watch mine. I definitely want to watch yours, especially some of the channels I really, really enjoy. So just a little channel update there. But in terms of all the subscribers and comments, let's roll through these. I had comments from a lot of you. Again, Nicole's Bookish Nook Eric's Bookshelf, Bing Lamb, Dustin Neely, Book Chat with Pat, Nerdishly Active, Adventures in Literature, Brian M.R., Prionic 1, James Biddle 469, Book Buds, Jim's Books, Reading and Stuff, Paper Pages Possibilities, Ed Franklin P1, Shelf Centered, Professor X, Robert G., Reader of Books. Very interesting channel. I checked your channel out last night, Robert. I mean, you have not been on BookTube for very long, and you have grown a massive following. So, but you read some very cultural, classic. Wow, I'm really digging your channel. Must Read More, Secret Fire Books, My Mom, S-Tech 33, Little Big Library, Cobalt Dragon, Patty Page. Patty, thank you again for your comment. Maeve Ever Books, Novel Insights, Jess Bookgirl TV, Twice Born by Grace, Bob Can Read, the GKBC, Jaco 3076, Albert the Conjugator, Anonymous Anon Poster, Robert Lynn 7746, already overbooked with Witchy Mary 5426, Xanadu Castle, The Active Mind, Jack Walter 5970, Rick Collerton, Vince Corner, Faceless, McNulty Book Corral, Writing for Jesus 247, Dylan Morris, Caleb Welch, Trav's Bookshelf. I already mentioned Nicole. I always double people because I want to make sure I get you all. I had Nicole on there twice. I had Secret Fire Books on there twice. Sorry, Tim. CJ Rated Books, Charles, he continually puts out the great videos. You should check Charles at CJ Rated Books out. Lynn's 12, which is Lindell. I did write that down, Lindell. Odd Audie Online, Cliff Amos, or Cliff Amons, Amy Harbord in Pages 8272. I think that's how you pronounce that, Amy. I think that's everyone. I mentioned Lynn's 12 is Lindell. I've been asking several people about the first name. Some people have commented. I know James at Twice Born by Grace is like, I can't believe you remember my name. Some people, it clicks. I see your guys' handle on YouTube and it just clicks. I know your name. Some people, I know you've told me your name and I probably forgot it. I'm bad at names. It's a hereditary thing. I got it from my dad. But anyways, I'm trying like heck to remember some of you guys' first names. So, comment of the week. I had a ton to pick from. So I got some great comments. I mentioned Patty Page. She gave me a great feedback. Nicole gave me some great feedback. Just do what you want. Who cares about other people? It's definitely, I've taken a lot of that to heart. One comment though I want to throw out there, Jess Bookgirl TV. Jess said she was responding to my post as I made a post about, hey guys, I know it's been crazy. I've been traveling. I haven't put a lot of content out. I apologize. And Jess wrote back, she goes, no worries, be safe, upload whenever you have some free time. We are here for you. And I really appreciate that, Jess. So you are the comment of the week. So what am I reading this week? I am going to be reading Daybreakers, book number 6 in the Sackett series. This is a priority for me this week. I am also going to be heads down reading Steph by Mary Roach. I want to knock out my other nonfiction read for Nonfiction November. If I get time, I will move to book 3 of the Dandelion Dynasties, The Veiled Throne. This 980-page book that I was supposed to knock out in November is probably not going to happen. It's probably going to carry over into December, which means more than likely book 4 will carry over into January, and that's okay. I was really beating myself up internally about that because I was getting behind and I was struggling to keep up with everything. And you know what? A lot of your guys' comments are right. I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm going to do what I want, and I'll get to it when I get to it. And that's why I want to see it. I still have major goals, and those goals are going to be, they're going to be hit in 2025, but, I'm going to enjoy it. And it's not going to be a chore or a task anymore. It's just going to be reading. So I'm going to enjoy that. And so book-related news, I want to circle back. I didn't take down, because it's been a crazy week, any major news about book releases or adaptations or anything like that. So I want to circle back and remind people that Eric from Eric's Bookshelf, Thomas from McNulty Book Corral, Tim from Secret Fire Books, Nicole from Nicole's Bookish Nook. They're all published writers. You should check out their books, especially coming up in the holidays. We also have several of you that are subscribers of mine. I'm subscribers of theirs, and they bring on independent authors. You should check out Rowdy at Rowdy Player One, Bearded Book Beast, Dr. Logan. They all have videos where they bring on independent authors for chats, and if you get time, you should check that out and see what those independent authors are writing and what their names are, and check that, and I'm sure there's others. I probably have subscribers that also have channels that have independent authors. If you do, drop me a comment, let me know. Just like if you're published, let me know, and I'll make sure to give you a shout out in this kind of news section of my weekly wrap up. In terms of upcoming videos, we're going to hopefully have 2 book reviews this coming week. I'm going to do my Saturday Shorts, obviously, my Conan. I'm going to do a From the Shelves, and then I kind of have a miscellaneous video. I'm going to talk about my top female characters this week, and I've got a list going, and I kind of started some notes, and I hope to have that by the end of the week as well. So those are kind of the plans for this week. I hope you're having a great weekend, and talk to you all on the next one. Thanks.